Hello, vinyl community, and anyone else watching this. I'm back. Seems like I was just here, but I know I wasn't. It's been a while, so I'm sorry about that. And hope everybody is well. And this is going to be a recent finds video, but also I've got an update that I wanted to talk about. Might be late. Wow. I've got a different turntable in here. That's part of the update. My regular turntable is in here. Now, because I didn't tell you guys this, so you would have no way of knowing, but my project 1.3 has been in the shop all this time, again. It never did get quite fixed right. And to be honest, I was ready to sell it. I was going to get it fixed and just sell it because I figured I'd never fall in love with it at this point. Too much water under the bridge or whatever. But I got it back. There was a broken wire in it, and that was the reason I was having grounding issues. The wires are so thin. They're only two almost microscopic threads thin. So the guy that my friend, his name is Sean, and he's fantastic at everything he does, wired it with just slightly thicker wire, higher gauge, but not much, and high tensile strength. So it should be good. The only problem is he only had two colors. So if I do change the cartridge eventually, which I don't think I will, it's a gold ring and it's awesome. I highly recommend it. Gold ring cartridges are awesome. Anyway, he set it up for me. It's perfect now, and I am in love with this turntable, and it's not going anywhere. Thusly, I've loaned the one that was in here, which if you guys have been following me a long time, my friend Evan took and made it a manual turntable. Took an automatic and put a switch on it, made it manual, and took all those guts out, which is fantastic. I loaned that to my friend Mike, and now my old standby techniques that I've used for many years is in this room. So I'm very, very happy. Right now, all day, I've been constructing a lid for my project. As you know, they don't come with lids, and from what I've heard, you spend $100 on the one they've got, and it's a piece of crap. So I've been building a lid out of actually foam core board. So it's really light and it should do the trick. And maybe I'll show it one day when it's completed. Anyway, so that's it. Turntable update. Man, this thing just sounds great. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back a whole bunch of videos and you'll see a bright yellow turntable. It's a Jack White third man American, made for America, project 1.3. I can't even remember. It's been so long, the proper name of it, but it's a cool thing and it sounds fantastic. So finally, turntable issues are done and I am a happy camper. Alright, enough with the turntable update. I finally got to take a road trip, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But first, I got some VCLT that I need to show. Many of you will recognize getting some sort of card in the mail. Mine looks like this. And this is from DJ Trish. And check Trish's channel out. Check her stuff out. She's awesome. Great member of the VC. There's a little note she wrote. And she sent me two of her mixes. Cool Grooves Summer 2017. And there's the track listing for that. And as the CD falls out. And Beach Party 2017. And there is the track listing for that. Now I got these a while ago, but I haven't made a video, so I didn't think I even had them when I made my last video, and just neglected to put them in. So I'm sorry about that, Trish, but I've had them. They're awesome. thank you so much. I always appreciate it. And Trish is the best. Also, there's a guy whose name is Tom. I'm just going to call him Tom. I don't know if he wants his last name. He told me not to even bother talking about it in the video, but I'm going to do it anyway. Got some VCLT from Tom. He used to be in a band in the 80s, a slightly psychedelic band, as he puts it, called Lord John. Now these guys were on Bomp Records. I got 2 records here, and he sent me a nice note, which I'm not going to let you read, detailing a little bit about the band, about how they broke up. They're on Bomp Records. I'm going to take the note out, and so you can see the back. There's the back. And he said they were Greg Shaw's darlings for a little while, and then the manager just screwed things up, and along with drugs and women and the typical rock and roll thing, yawn, he writes. This is Tom right there, if it's bright enough to see that. He said in the note that they got it wrong on the back cover as far as who's who, but that should be him according to what he says in the... And I've listened to this, and it's very psychedelic. It is psychedelic, it certainly is. It's also a bit 80s, and it's pretty cool. I need to listen to it again, but I did enjoy it, and so thank you so much for that. I mean, and this was his play copy, he said. He found a sealed copy, so he wanted to send me along his play copy. And I have put it in an episode of my show, by the way. I forget which track I put, though, to be honest. Maybe My World Dies Screaming, but I'm not positive. I recorded it a couple of weeks ago, and it won't air till the fall. I'm trying to get way ahead because of the summer heat coming. But I am playing it on my show, so thank you so much. And I need to put these down there. Put the note back in. Hang on, I don't want to get these separated. This note will stay with this record as long as I own it, which will be till I'm no longer here, I would assume. Lord John. He also sent me this. FOC, War on the Wireless set. Now their drummer started hanging out with Steve Diggle, and he went to Europe and made this album, but it didn't get released over there, and he came back with the tapes, and they got it released over here, and he said he's got a box of these things. So he sent me one of these along with it. This was sealed, and I played it, and I wasn't blown away, but I don't remember much of it, to be honest. So I will be playing it again, and I can't remember. I think I might have put something on my show from it, though, but I'm not positive of that, if I did or didn't. Anyway, very cool. Oh, this isn't in anything, so it's just private press. And again, so Tom, I'm just going to call you Tom. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. And to have your play copy is just amazing. You could have autographed it, though. Thank you so much. I appreciate it very, very much. Okay, a few things I picked up. I picked these up from Bomp, I think. I can't even remember. Cheap. Whenever I see these sales, they throw up these things, and I try new stuff. This is a 60s band called Rock Shop, late 60s band. They're pretty good. They're alright. Again, I need to spend more time with this, but these were all $6 or $8 or something, no more than that, the next 3 records. And they're interesting, of course, they're sealed. I think this is on Diane. No, this is on their own Rock Shop label. And, but come on, look at that. How could I not buy that? I mean, look at those guys. They're awesome. And, T and the Crumpets, these guys are loud, brash, and fast. They're definitely garage, but the garage on the punky side. She's the lead singer, and pretty cool stuff. And I've played all of these on upcoming episodes as well. That and Easy Living, Good Time, Head On, Collision. These guys are on Dionysus, as was the last one. And these guys, God, I can't remember. Just typical garage, I think. They don't look like they would be on the cover, but they're just very much modern day garage band. They're alright. None of these blew me away, by the way. I'm not giving high praise to any of them, but they're alright. They're decent listens. Now on to I didn't order from the UK because I needed this in my collection, and I can't find a copy at a decent price, an original. So I went with the UK and the Rhino vinyl, which is always great. Ramones, Road to a Ruin. I did not have this in my collection. Needed it, wanted it. It's now here. The first 5 Ramones albums are a must. Probably all of the Ramones albums are a must, but the first 5. So anyway, without a doubt. So Ramones, Road to Ruin on Rhino. So not one of the colored vinyl copies, but a really nice 180 gram Rhino pressing. Happy to have that. Of course, this one has I Want to Be Sedated and Pins and Needles on it, as well as Don't Come Close, which is one of my favorite Ramones songs. I just love that. And She's the One. Really good album. And needed this in my collection. Never came out on vinyl till recently. Only in the UK. Last of the Independents. I showed the one after this in my last review. Got this one now. This is the one with Night in My Veins and I'll Stand By You on it on Demon Records. It's Chrissy and the Pretenders. What more do I need to say? In my opinion, they've still never done a bad album. And this I picked up just because it was at a really reasonable price. And it was free shipping from the UK too, by the way, which makes a huge difference. This was like about 30 bucks, 35 at the most, 30 to 35 bucks. Bruce Springsteen's The Promise. Have not gotten to any of these yet, by the way. This is a 3-record set. Of course, it's the Darkness on the Edge of Town sessions. There's a few alternates, and the rest are just all songs that didn't make the album. Been out on CD for a while, out on vinyl, and I'm a pretty big Springsteen fan. I don't talk about him that much or anything, but I am. So really glad to add this to my collection. This is a hefty thing too. The Promise. Okay, now I finally got my road trip in. Went up to Rochester, New York with my buddy Mike, who now has my other turntable. I gave it to him that day, actually. And didn't give it to him, loaned it to him. And we stopped at 2 stores because I needed to have a record store day. So one of them was definitely going to be House of Guitars. But before that, I skipped Record Archives this time. Just, Mike's not a big record guy, so you have to kind of go in, get out as quick as you can, and not too many places. He goes to eat lunch at Aunt Cookie's in Geneva. That's his whole reason for the trip. Anyway, so I stopped at Matt's, the Sgt. Pepper 13's favorite record store in Rochester, the Bop Shop. And cool place. Slightly pricier than I'm used to, but I think I'm just spoiled with, you know, I used to think Angry Moms in Ithaca wasn't that great, but the more I learned, the better it is. The prices are more reasonable. Not that they weren't reasonable, just more reasonable, but the Bop Shop was an awesome place. I could have spent hours in there, but I was with Mike, so I had a limited amount of time. And, while the place was impressive, and I really liked it, and just so you know, Matt, the owner was not in. I didn't find much. There was 3 new albums I really wanted, and I can't even find them online, so I may be taking another trip up there. But I knew I was going to House of Guitars, and didn't want to spend too much money there just because there were record store day things I was looking for. So anyway, I picked this up mainly for one song, The Moody Blues. It's a compilation of their early stuff, and I have a compilation of their early stuff, but for a show I'm doing, I needed Time Is On My Side, their version of it, and or I wanted it anyway, and I didn't have it, surprisingly. So 2-record set, comp, Moody Blues, early Denny Lane kind of Moody Blues, and Time Is On My Side is on this one. So picked it up. Nice shape. All their records were in pretty nice shape. That was the one thing I will say about the Bop Shop, is the stuff was in really, really nice shape. Cool place. If you're ever in Rochester, check it out. And a record I used to have in my collection a long time ago. Don't know when I parted with it. Got it back. Badfinger. Unreleased and some released. A 2-record bootleg of a whole lot of Badfinger stuff, including later sessions, which some of this stuff has not since come out, because this LP was early 90s or late 80s. But quality isn't there on everything, but it's there on a lot of it, and just cool Badfinger that you don't hear anywhere, and some of it that I've never heard before. A few interviews too, which is a nice thing. And the song that I really, Vampire Wedding, I really liked. There you go, Badfinger, some released, some unreleased, or vice versa. I always like the cover art on this too. So that's what I got at the Bop Shop. Then I made it to Record Archive, and no, I didn't go to Record Archive. I went to House of Guitars, didn't I? And it was even messier than the last time I went. In fact, it took me about 15 minutes to find this year's Record Store Day stuff. I was like, oh my god. But happy to have this. Shake Some Action, the Flamin' Groovies, along with Dylan Gardner. And this is an interesting press. I don't know if they're all like this, because you can't tell, but this is really dark blue vinyl on this side. But on this side, it's, you probably won't even be able to see it, it's largely maroon on this side with some blue in it. And this side is like all dark blue. It's very odd. So, one of those side-by-side Record Store Day singles that I really, really wanted. And picked this up from last Record Store Day. I never got it, finally got it. They had tons of them. The Monkees 10-inch EP with the 4 tracks not on their latest album. So, very, very cool. On clearish gray vinyl, I think. I forget. No, it's pinkish. I think they said red on the thing. But, excuse me, I got something in my throat. Would you call this red? Pink, if you ask me. Anyway. Monkees from last year. I think everything else I got was this year. Don't know how I missed this last year. I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't get it picked up. But there you go. And I got everything I wanted. I only wanted 3 things. I got more than 3 things. But I got everything I wanted, which I was very, very happy. And their prices are always about better than anybody's. So, very, very happy with this. I wanted the Music Machine Talk, the reissue of this. Again, finding an original, especially around here, costs you a fortune and blah, blah, blah. And for, you know, a little over 20 bucks. I'll take the reissue. It's going to sound fantastic. And I've played it, and it does. And kind of a plain label. And so, Sean Bonniwell, the Music Machine's first album. Was so happy when I saw this. This was immediately one of the 3 things that I knew I wanted. Great garage rock. I've been just nothing but garage rock. I've just Anyway, Psychotic Reaction, Count 5, the other reissue that I really wanted from this year, both about 180 gram vinyl. Again, finding one of these in decent shape for a decent price, it's impossible, so I'll gladly take the record store day reissue. And made the label look sort of original. And of course, Psychotic Reaction on this as well as Gloria. Is it Gloria? No, not Gloria. What am I thinking? What's the other one? There's another song I know. Isn't there? They're Gonna Get You is the other one that I know. Anyway, Gloria Shadows of Night. What am I thinking? Anyway, Psychotic Reaction. And the thing I may have wanted most, Where the Pyramid Meets the Eye. This album came out in the very late 80s. Never on vinyl. They made it a 2-record set with 3 bonus tracks that were originally on the cassette. And this is a tribute to Rocky Erickson. And it has my all-time favorite R.E.M. song on it. Their cover of I Walked with a Zombie. ZZ Top's song is really good too, but I forget. Reverberation, that's really, a lot of this is just really, really good. So, Where the Pyramid Meets the Eye, Rocky Erickson. And my music got over, and it is on Sire Records, just black vinyl. My music getting over means that I've been doing this for too long. I'm going to quickly just drop the needle again. There we go. This turntable's in a different place, so I have a little more room. Didn't know this came out, but I'll tell you why. 2 reasons I picked it up. Nilsson Schmilsson, a reissue. And I know a lot of people are very down on them putting out albums that you can find handily for a few bucks. Why would you want to spend 20 bucks for the reissue? And I'm the same way. There's 2 reasons I did it though. And this is probably Nilsson's best album, by the way. Jump into the fires on this album. So enough said. Yeah, Without You. But one reason, and it does come with the poster, I'll show you that. It's on, you probably won't be able to see it, but yellow and white split color vinyl, which is kind of cool. So it was on colored vinyl. That's one of the reasons I bought it. But the other reason I bought it is this. Every one of these you see is on Dynaflex. Now this is 180 gram or anything, but it's not Dynaflex. And Dynaflex sounds like crap. So for me to be able to get a copy of Nilsson Schmilsson not on Dynaflex, I went for it. And here's the poster. Harry in his robe. Front cover basically. So that's why I went for the Harry Nilsson. It was only 20 bucks. And great album, and finally a decent pressing. And the Easy Beats, Virgil, slightly later, Easy Beats 68 maybe, something like that. This has Good Times on it. And Falling Off the Edge of the World is on this one as well. Love the Easy Beats, great freak beat. Getting a little off the freak beat by this point. There might even be some horns on this one. Is St. Louis on here? No, that'd be on the next album. So they were getting away from the beat a little bit, but still, really good album. And loved the Easy Beats. And saw it and said, all right. Picked up their first album last year. It's on the Verisage Vintage label. So I'll pick up this one too. They've been doing a nice job with the pressings, I thought. And this is a first time, I didn't realize that till just now, a first time US release. This album never came out in America before anyway. So, Virgil by the Easy Beats. And last but not least, did not know this came out. Nuggets, Come to the Sunshine. Soft pop nuggets from the We of Valse. Now this used to be available on CD as an import a long time ago, but never on vinyl, and this really is Sunshine Pop. This is as sunshiny as it gets. Now, when you buy it, I put the records in here. They're on colored vinyl too, by the way. When you buy it, the first record is sticking right in here, with just out in the open, which I didn't like. But I mean, I see where it was cool, but they're both on sort of this orange vinyl. I know it looks pink on my camera, but it's not. It's orange, and it's got cool splatters and stuff in it. It's a pretty cool record. But when you buy it, it comes like this, which looks cool, but it's not good for the record. Rhino, it's not good for the record. Anyway, so 2-record set. Did not know it came out. Sunshine Pop, my thing. So the inner sleeves both look like this, and there you go. That's it. That's my record store day. Finally, road trip out of the way for a while anyway. And that's it for my recent finds. I hope everybody's doing well. For Joe out there, I am catching up on my comments, as you know. Finally, I've had a minute, and my internet's been up and working, which is amazing. Probably not right now. It probably went off as soon as I said that, but it was. So, doing that. Again, hope everybody's well. Hope your springs are good. It's been a good spring here, weather-wise, for me. We usually don't get spring here. It's usually 40 degrees one day and 85 the next, and that's it. We don't get spring. We usually just get winter and summer. So we've had a spring. So I've been a lot of rain, but still, I like spring. So anyway, enough about the weather. Hope everybody's doing well. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. And I don't know when I'm going to post it, but I am going to do a follow-up video of thrift store finds. So check that out, and I'll catch you later. Bye.